Fans of the beloved Disney cartoon Bluey always want more, especially from episodes like The Sign, which have garnered over 10 million views. Yet some episodes leave us with more questions than answers, fueling our anticipation for future developments. As the series' popularity soars, it's only natural to expect sequels to emerge from these 7 episodes we'll discuss in today's video. Number 1. Surprise. The 3rd season's newest and one of the most popular episodes is Surprise. The highlight from the episode shows Bluey when she is older and has a child of her own to bring to visit her grandparents. The episode follows Bluey as she plays with her dad throughout most of the episode until, through a flash forward, her child prepares to do the same thing, giving their grandfather a hard time with the upgraded version of the same toy. Although we saw Bluey and her parents in this episode, we could not see the rest of the healers as they grew older. Bingo is someone fans are very excited to see. For a split second, you can see a picture of her traveling like her parents used to do when they were her age. Another episode branching from this could follow Bingo as she travels, or when she visits home with the rest of her family and tells them her stories of the adventures she went on in her time away. Continuing from the surprise episode, another intriguing storyline could involve Bluey and her partner, potentially revealing the parent of Bluey's child. The ongoing debate about whether Jean-Luc or Mackenzie is the father will be shown, relieving the fans. Furthermore, Bingo's future relationship and desire to start a family could be explored simultaneously, sparking even more fan speculation. Number 2. The Sign. The most famous episode of Season 3 is The Sign, with over 10 million views. Since the special is the longest episode in the series, fans are excited to see its numerous storylines continue in Season 4. In this episode, we see Brandy announce her pregnancy, Chili congratulates her in the background, and Winton's dad and the terrier's mom officially get together. Of course, the main story of this episode is Frisky and Rad getting married, and fans are just as excited to see what the future of their marriage looks like. Since the episode onesies, fans have been rooting for Brandy to get her happy ending, having the baby she always wanted and being able to continue her story the way she wanted. Now that she is pregnant, fans are excited to see her and the baby in the future, and the family reunite after being separated for a long time. Her pregnancy also means Bluey and Bingo will get a new baby cousin, someone to play with and help raise since they're both older than when Socks was a baby. After spending the entirety of the show alone, fans are excited to see Winton's dad happy again. Since we see them move in with the terrier's family, fans are interested in seeing their new life and how Winton adapts to having siblings who live with him now. However, because Bluey isn't close friends with Winton, the fans would love to continue Winton's story. Most importantly, since Frisky and Rad are moving in together and have started their lives together, a sequel to this episode would show how their relationship progresses, how they're adapting to live together. Rad's mom, Nana, was also hopeful for a pregnancy announcement, and possibly after the couple settles into things, they could decide to start a family of their own. Number 3. Baby Race. Ranked second among Bluey's most popular episodes, Baby Race showcases Bluey as she grows from a baby to a toddler. It also shows the struggles a new mother faces when raising a baby and the guilt and sadness she can feel trying to win the race of parenthood. Of course, this is not the case, and after realizing this, Chili helps Bluey become the best version of herself, and Chili turns more into the mom that we know today. Although we saw Bluey throughout much of her childhood, we've yet to see Bingo as a baby, and fans are hopeful we will watch her grow from a baby to a toddler, just as we did with Bluey. Bluey has more focus throughout the show than her sister, but the few episodes that show more of her little sister will still excite fans the same way. Another possible sequel to this episode could be seeing Bluey as a mom, experiencing the same things her mom went through. This side-by-side comparison would be endearing for the mother and daughter, especially since Chili was unfortunate not to have her mom around when raising her daughters. Number 4. Camping. Another beloved episode is Camping, where Bluey first meets Jean-Luc. Because we see Bluey's child in the future, some fans speculate that Jean-Luc could be the father, meaning the old friends found each other again and decided to start a relationship. With the coloring of her future child and the patterns in their fur, this seems like a possibility. Since we know Jean-Luc lives in Canada, if the two were to get together, another episode showing their future could occur in another country since he has already visited Australia and even learned to speak English to talk to Bluey. If it turns out that he is Bluey's future partner, another episode expanding on camping could show the two getting together and how they fell in love, similar to the show when Bluey and Bingo find out how their parents met for the first time. Number 5. Bedroom. When fans first watched Bedroom, it almost seemed like Chili and Bandit were making room for something inside the spare room, whether for another child or another office room. Either way, when the room goes to Bluey rather than being given up again, it ends with the same result, an empty room. Now that we know the healers aren't leaving the girl's childhood home, they still have an extra room to fill. Bluey might be ready to leave her sister's room as she is older. We could see an episode all about her decorating her new room or getting accustomed to being without her sister as she grows up. Number 6. Cafe. In this exciting episode of Bluey, she makes a new friend at the park, Winnie, who she plans to spend more time with as the episode goes on. Throughout this episode, Bandit learns to make friends again after being comfortable with the people he usually spends time with. After much convincing from his daughter, Bandit decides to take the chance and befriend Fido, and the two seem to hit it off. After this episode, we don't see the Labrador family very much, and since Bluey got along with Winnie and Fido enjoyed time with Bandit, it could be fun to see them all hanging out again. Since Bluey is also moving up to first grade, we could see her going to school with the girl and a few other friends. The two could become closer friends and remain close throughout their years until graduation. Number 7. Cricket. Ranked at the top of the chart in Australia for the most popular Bluey episode, Cricket shows Rusty's life and how he grew to love playing cricket. While everyone is playing the sport, the adults take it among themselves to attempt to get the Kelpie out, but none succeed. Learning so much about Rusty makes the fans feel closer to him and his family, especially with his dad in the military and many children finding his situation relatable. Since this is such a well-loved episode, it would make sense for them to continue showing more about Rusty and his family as he gets older and the possibility of him becoming a pro, which we see at the end of the episode. His career could take off and an entire episode could be about his sports career, and Bluey and her friends coming to watch him when he plays on an actual field. Like the rest of her friends, fans are excited to see where every one of Bluey's classmates ends up, Rusty included. With so many heartfelt and loved episodes in Bluey, all of them could use a sequel, explaining more about the enthralling story always happening around Bluey and her family. With only so much time in each episode, we hope to see these episodes at least further explained in the future, since they deserve the screen time. Whether with her family or the friends she surrounds herself with, fans are most excited to see where Bluey ends up in her future, and how everyone else grows up alongside her. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications to stay updated on our uploads.